I belong to Islamabad, Pakistan, but at the time of this incident, I was living in a Gulf country. I won't mention the name because it has nothing to do with the story. It was the second week of February 2025. By profession, I am an instructor. My work requires me to travel often, sometimes living in different countries for months. For almost 1 year, I had been living in the same serviced studio apartment. I am still living in this same flat even today. I lived on the 13th floor. On the 11th floor, some of my friends lived. We were quite close, sharing food, drinking coffee together, chatting on the terrace. One day, they told me that a friend of theirs was coming. One of the women living in their studio apartment was about to leave her job and return to Indonesia, but she still had 1 week left. Because two women were sharing that small studio, they asked me if their friend could stay with me for 1 week. I was living alone. I was also off work those days, so I agreed. That woman's name was Gia. She was Indonesian. When Gia came, I gave her my bed. I had an extra mattress because my siblings often visit me. I slept on the mattress on the floor. Gia had recently changed her job, so she would go to work daily. At night, she slept early, around 10 p.m. I usually stayed awake watching Netflix, using my phone, or browsing the internet. The first few nights were normal, but one night, around 12 or 1 a.m., I heard strange sounds coming from her. Heavy, forced sounds. At first, I thought it was her asthma. She had told me she suffered from it. I turned on my lamp, went to her, and gently shook her. She suddenly sat up, eyes closed, completely silent. I gave her water. I told her to relax. I thought maybe she had experienced sleep paralysis. She lay down again and slept. During the next few nights, this happened 2 or 3 more times. Because of this, we thought about keeping a small lamp on. But Gia said she could only sleep in complete darkness. Then came the 5th night. I was on my mattress looking at something online. Gia was sleeping. I started hearing soft movements from her side. I looked a few times, then ignored it. Beside her bed was a wall painted silver gray. When I looked again, I noticed something strange. On that wall, from near the ceiling downwards, there was a tall shadow. At first, I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me. I ignored it. I closed my laptop. The room became completely dark. I used my phone torch at the lowest light just to drink some water without waking her. As I lowered my phone, my eyes went back to the wall, and this time I knew it was not imagination. Something was standing there, a very tall, pitch-black entity, almost touching the ceiling. Darker than the darkness around it, its shape looked like a tall figure wrapped in something like a long cloak or burqa. Then I noticed the eyes. Deep inside the darkness, I saw 2 eyes, red, not normal red. They looked like infrared light, glowing through a black veil, as if there was a curtain over its face. And behind that curtain, those red eyes were shining. I stared. I even narrowed my eyes to make sure it was real. After that, I remember drinking water. I remember switching off my torch. I remember seeing it, and then nothing. I don't know when I slept. I don't know what happened after that. My memory just stops. When I woke up late in the morning, Gia had already gone to work. I called my father and told him. He asked if this could be a relapse of a previous condition I once had, which I had almost fully recovered from. I became confused. Maybe it was my own issue. Later, I spoke to the elder who had once treated me. After listening, he said something that shook me. He said, "Child, this is not your problem. This problem belongs to the woman staying with you." He told me to continue my prayers and protection and to also blow prayers towards her side at night. That evening, when Gia returned, I tried to talk to her. I had barely started describing what I saw when she suddenly grabbed her bag, opened the door, and left, without saying a single word. She went straight to her friend's apartment on the 11th floor. Later, her friend Donna called me downstairs. When I went, both of them were sitting there. Gia looked terrified, holding a cat tightly. Donna asked me, "Tell us, what exactly did you see?" I explained everything. Donna went silent. Then she said, "You didn't imagine it. That entity has been disturbing Gia for 15 years. She told me that Gia's husband had also seen the same tall figure with red, glowing eyes behind a veil. Then they told me the truth. Gia's grandparents in Indonesia practiced black magic. In their family, something was supposed to be passed to the eldest daughter. But Gia's mother married a Muslim man against their wishes. Gia was born as the eldest daughter. Her mother later died young from cancer. Gia believes those entities were the reason. After that, the disturbances shifted to her. Gia is now Muslim. Her husband is Muslim. They did treatments. Many things stopped, but one entity remained for the last 15 years. Gia claims that because of this entity, she has suffered 8 miscarriages. No medical reason, always in the first trimester. 8 times. After that night, Gia stayed with me 2 more days. I continued doing what the elder had advised. Then she moved back to the 11th floor. Today, I am sitting here in the same room, less than 1 foot away from the exact place where I saw that tall shadow standing. And sometimes, when the room is dark, I still cannot look at that wall for too long.